What is up? What is up? Are we in the US or the UK? Awake. What did I say? Uh, Late night, brother. If you're in the US, with me, it's 1 in the morning. We are in the latest time zone, Los Angeles. Welcome to Los Angeles. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Give me a few minutes while I prepare myself. We are going to enter the unknown, the most known unknown place in the world. You're about to be inspired. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna spin your spirit faster. Inspire or spin your spirit faster by yourself by respiring.
Folks, I couldn't even do my workout today. I feel like I'm on fire.
And if you don't know what is to respire, it's to respirate. Breathe. Anyway, hold on. Give me a sec. Before you expire, you need to inspire and respire. Okay, so I like that song. It goes back. I got a few things to do, that much. What you see right there on that plastic tray. Watch out what you put in your tray. Be cautious of the type of food that is on your tray because it might betray you. Light is awareness. Light is the price. One more, and I head out there in studio. I feel like I'm dancing around right now like a lunatic. We're losing connections. Bear with me. I just got one more thing to do before I head over. Um, I got two LRP 32s. They were on those two over there. And now I have to switch them, and shouldn't take too long. But one's a regular 32, LRP 32. The other one's the X. And there's a few differences. Like, I'll be right back. Hold on. Off the guy, what's up? I was expecting you. Some sort of way. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Are you working? Chilling at home, or are you working? Because I just came back from work. Now I have to get back to work. Pretty cool. And cool things are not good for you. They're cold. You don't want to be a cold man. Yeah. Warm-hearted. We're warm-blooded, therefore we gotta be warm-hearted. Not cold-blooded. Killer. Off the night, brother. Nice. It's good to do what you want, and most of the time we don't want to be at work unless we're doing what we want at work. Like if I was at a muffler shop, I'd be making my own mufflers, like custom, kind of like sleeper mufflers. If I would have been in the muffler shop, I would have put up. If I would have been like really, really deep into it, like like Tom from, is that his name? Tom from, no, Banks. Tom Banks. Yeah, Banks from Banks Speed. You know, the Diesel Man. You know how he became very, 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 very known for being the smartest in Diesel, right? Then you have other people. Well, if I would have taken it all the way, I could have came up with that. Um, you know that valve, the electronic switch off valve, and you can switch on and switch off the opened up extra port on your exhaust port so it can be louder. You know what I mean, right? I could have came up with that switch. You know, I could have came up with two switches, one on each side instead of one big one. No, I don't know. I could have came up with a bunch of stuff, brother, but I didn't. That's the thing, and I have no excuse for it. All right, let me take one more. I got home. I'm tired. I need to reset myself or respire and respire, and I need to hurry the fuck up. Hold on, 1 second. Hope you're having a wonderful night, wonderful day, wonderful morning, wherever you are in this planet. Welcome to Saturn. I think we're in the Saturn hour. I know Saturn is on Saturday. Talking about time, I think I chose my time that I want to be clocked in all the time. I'll tell you about it in a bit. Hold on.
The last time you smiled at others, whether they who cover their mouths and laugh or shy away.
Now I feel like I scheduled my live and you guys are waiting
That's you.
until my live starts.
You know,
Give me a
I'm
sec.
Dr. Jonathan Stop, and I've dedicated my.
Damn. Hey, I'm not dying. Oh, shit. Alright. Here we go, here we go. Alright, I'm prepped up. I'm coming. Holy moly. Oh man. If it doesn't hurt, it's not gonna do the work. They don't make you cough. I should probably stop. Because I'm probably smoking the wrong thing. Alright, check it out. I left off earlier because I had to handle some business. Mandatory business. Work. Take care of obligations, you know. But we gotta see it different. Um, Left off earlier, and I came back right now, and I'm like, man, there's a bunch of stuff on this table. I don't want to deal with all this in the morning. I just want to wake up. Cause either way, I'm not gonna sleep until like 4 in the morning. That's my usual time when I go to work. I don't I don't catch any sleep until like sunrise. And I make sure I get no light leaks. You know how you have air leaks where there's cracks on like the windows where light goes through, and that shit bothers me. But enough of me. I'm not here to talk about my personal life. The hell, fucking sirens. You know, sirens have a pitch that is so fucking annoying. It's just like when babies, uh, not babies, when kids cry. It's worse than when babies cry. It's kind of cute still, but when kids cry and they know why they're crying because they don't have what they want, that cry is excruciating. And once you figure out what type of sound it is and what it's supposed to do, oh man, good luck. I wish I would have never found out. But anyway, it's still, I can still hear it. And it's designed that way. Even the colors of the fucking ambulance or the lights of the cops, the red and blue, even those are designed that way. They had to put red and blue. If they put green or they put purple, they're gonna think it's a party bus, right? Trying to catch your attention. But the whole woo woo, it has a pitch and then it has a rhythm to put you into vigilante mode or outlook mode, and it's kind of like fucking disrespectful. You know what I mean? Because you're having your view, and now you got to change your views of life, right? Like for example, you're driving comfortably, and then you're like, cool, I'm enjoying the drive and everything, right? All of a sudden, the fucking ambulance comes. You got to move out the way. And then whatever you were enjoying, you just have to let it go and let it go so you can pay attention to the fucking sirens, right? That's what I mean. Everything when you think about it like that, that's how things get. That's why you get tired when things happen so many times that you notice and you have enough of. It turns into fucking something very noticeable afterwards because you're so focused on it. But anyway, I want this to be very noticeable that I'm focused, that I'm dedicated. I'm just kidding. I was about to say something spectacular about Nitro. But if you're just tuning in, brother, welcome. If you're late night shifting like I am, congratulations. You have joined the lunacy because the moon is out. La Luna, the lunar, the section, the moon. And I hope you're having a good mood right now because when the moon's out, why do you think I forgot his name that turns into a werewolf from Teen Wolf or Teen Wolf, yeah. Anyway, full moon, full transformation. You can transform from a good person to a fucking evil person, right? Because look, we all say violence is bad and we all wouldn't want our kids to go partying and drink alcohol, but we change our minds when the moon is out. You change your minds what you do. That's why you choose to get fucked up at night. I guess, when you want to drink. That's why. But then when the day comes, you have your conscience comes into play and you're like, man, I shouldn't have drank that much. Or man, that was that was a that was too much of a drink, or the hell. But you wouldn't be convinced if it was daytime, if the moon wasn't out, because that's what it's all about. Your daytime, that's why they tell you go to sleep and rest, or else you're gonna end up with committing crimes. But that's part of it. There's nothing wrong with that. Two Line Motorsports, what is up, brother? I'm back. Just got back from work and I'm back right now. No sleep for the wicked. Yeah, wicked. Let me tell you what's wicked, brother. I'm over here trying to correct everything I see. Or give a reason to be, right? But the wicked is related to witches, right? And we are that witch. Which means in elementary we went to school and right about sometimes you used to participate in the spelling bee, or they used to put you as a contestant to see if you wanted to participate, whatever. But there were spelling bees. And in class, there was a time when they taught you how to spell things and pronounce things. And then they taught you the alphabet from the alpha to the omega to the end, right? Just like in the literature of every religion. But in class, they taught you how to spell and spelling so you can cast your own spells, which means that our words create our reality. So, you know, But I'm working on the same one. Yeah, the spelling bee, brother. It's I can't remember what the B standard for, but the B is, I think it represents the mind. I'm not sure, but hey, listen, it's amazing when you figure out that school or nothing is bad or evil or bad, brother. That's why I'm trying to get people to know that life is so wonderful. And all the times we have bad times is because we chose to. Nobody made us angry but ourselves. You know, it's all, and everybody else is just a reflection of ourselves. That's why I try not to. First, when I used to get angry about how other people had faster cars than me and better engines, like when I started in the nitro, I used to get jealous. And then I used to not want to say what I do to my cars because I thought I had some secret shit going on, like governmental shit that if the government saw me, they're going to probably try to tell me to stop, you know? Like, hey, why are you telling them about planned obsolescence and why things break and why they're designed to break? Because we're designed that way too. And it's just part of a programming so we can break also. Well, I don't know. Something like that. But it could be backwards, it could be teaching us that we are just like these engines and we maintain, we have a maintenance, we have an order, and we have a function. And I mean, in a way, you can find a way how to produce electricity with this besides having a little generator. But with the heat, you can probably convert it into electricity, right? Back to electricity some way. I don't know, brother, but everything about this is in us too. Like I said, the spinning thing represents your spirit, your atoms. The faster they spin, the more they higher they vibrate, and the happier you are because your voltage spikes doesn't spike, it rises. Like you rise voltage, and it's a sustained voltage like a BAC. You turn into your own custom BAC, right? So hey, that's why I speak this because I need to well I whatever, but that's why I like to add a lot of stuff that isn't. Sometimes I find it like unrelated, but this is so me. This is like another version of my existence, right? Your hobby is another version of your existence of what you like to do, right? And this whole machine idea, like what I was saying, the spinning, the intake, and the exhaust, because you get exhausted too, right? The probably we have some type of venturi in our inside our body that's named something else, the ventricular or the ventricle, or I don't know, in our lungs. um the ports represent probably our, I don't know, how big our veins are, because I always told myself that if you have veiny hands, it's because your stamina and your testosterone is high and you are energetic, right? Like lightning bolts, just like the lightning. When there's a thunderstorm, you ever see a lightning or on a leaf? It's the same thing. That's why they say you gotta stay green. This thing, um, it nitromethane. The nitrogen is produced by, I believe, the plants. They're green. Like there's something that nitrogen or nitrites have to do with, this stuff, right? And I'm not trying to educate anybody. I'm just trying to amaze you and try to amaze you and let you know what is so amazing about it, right? Because now it all makes sense why I'm like so attached to it, because we are we have so much in common. And you and me do too. Dozy, what is up? All right. Okay, so earlier I took out the 32X off of the Schumacher, and then I took out the 32 on my Revo, and I want to put the 32X on my Revo. So just basically switch them, right? And I couldn't get my stock engine. Look, this engine, what can I say about it? This engine, something weird. It gets stuck. I don't know if it's stuck because I don't think this Fortec, no, Fortec, X-Tech. This particular engine, this LRP, I did not break it in. Like I break it in nowadays. Um Back then I think I used, I don't know what I used. I can't even remember. I don't even think I even used I even wrapped it with foil because this was one of my first brand new engines. Dozy, me too. Back from work. You're back from work, and I just got to work. Oh, yeah. We're taking turns, brother. Like that one sport, you know the one you hand out. You hand out the stick, so your other teammate can take the other the other run. So like I was saying, this thing, it got stuck, and I believe it's because I didn't do the break-in like I do now. And when I got this, I did sustain the 220 all the time. And one of my worries is that if when I put it on the Revo, I'm not gonna be able to start it the like my Novarossi 28.8. That one I couldn't get it to start. The compression was too high. Um, that thing is not that freaking torquey. It says super torque. My starter says super torque, or I don't know what the hell it says. Something like that. Yeah, let me see what it says. It says Magnum starter high torque. Brother, high torque. I can stop this with my pinky. I hold this like this, my pinky, it won't go. Right? Yeah, it's a I think this is an airplane starter. Put it on the ground, turn it on. There's like I couldn't. It took me like 5 minutes. It took me a minute to find a starter on this thing. It's like right here, look. And this thing feels like a grip. Just to have I thought it was just like grip tape. Not grip tape, but a section where you put your hand so you can grip it. But it wasn't. It was the button. But it took me a minute. Oh, LRP is the baddest. That's right, brother. Well, not really, but yeah, we can agree either way. It is powerful. It has a lot of torque, but it's not the baddest because it uses a shitload of fuel. Even if you have it leaned out, it's still chuck fuel. And I don't know why that is. Maybe because I always use a cold plug. Maybe I should be using a hot plug or medium hot or super hot because damn, it's just, I don't know, it's fucking weird. Too much compression. Too much compression or not enough. One of the two. Alright, anyway, okay. So earlier I checked it out, and this is a direct switch, meaning all I have to do, well, not really direct, but gotta change the engine mounts, right? But the clutch flywheel is the same, and it's the same spaced out, so I should be fine. And I should cover this once and for all. Before I go with the clutch shoes, I'm gonna wash this up a little. So since it's been fucking in outer space all over here, right here. This is outer space. Our space is outer space. Our inner space is our everything that makes us what we have inside. Right? You get it, outer space? This is outer space because we are you know what megazords are? You know how you have Power Rangers and they get the super swords, their swords, and the swords they go together and they become a megazord? And that megazord is the body. You know, Power Rangers tell us that that megazord is our body. And the colors are the colors of the rainbow that makes all who what we are, right? But others say it's just a reflection of something else, but a lot of cartoons they say the same thing. Mostly every cartoon just has a different type of story. But this is my story, you know? Found out why I'm so in love with this stuff. Like the glow plug, you know? Ding! Internal combustion. I wouldn't call that like something wrong. Look. I'm checking that my glow plug is a little further in, so my what's it called, this spacer? The spacer for the glow plug? It's bad. It's too thin. You ever have the pinch stuck scar? Yeah, well, it depends if it's out of the engine. If you have, if your piston and sleeve is out of the engine and you're testing it like that, out of the crankcase, you can get it stuck. But if it's getting stuck while it's inside the engine, like right now, and you're turning it over and it gets stuck, brother, you gotta use so much heat and sustain that heat and finish breaking it in. Because if you start it like that, you're gonna break one-way bearings. Or if you bump starting it, it's gonna take a lot. And it's going to slip a lot, and you're gonna wear out your wheel on your bump start. Because I've done it. I've done it all too many times, and I think I'm traumatized. Maybe that's why I'm always letting you know all the time what I go through. Because sometimes I feel like it's unnecessary. You let me know. Because I don't think it would be any different. You know, to LRP, they all not exactly have the same machining process. Some can have a little bit more pinch than others, you know, but still from the same machine. But same process, same tuning, same carburetor, and usually I don't know about the pipe because they don't really make pipes for 32s, but a pipe, I'm thinking they all last the same. But look, the only difference is that I think I remembered that this engine, when I try to start it, it's a lot harder because I use a lot of heat. And the other one, it's a lot weaker now. Like it's easy to start, right? You know, even when it's cold, once you start, say you have about a gallon, because I've had about a gallon on this LRP, and then I started starting it cold like that, just taking it out without preheating it, just starting it and doing it, just going and starting it, doing it, going a few times, and it got weak. Like you can tell when you turn it over or whatever, but it got weak and fast right after that. So that's why as long as you maintain preheating it, it's gonna last so much longer. But it's important to have it real hot and consistently hot during break-in, about a gallon at like 200 degrees, brother. Remember the cylinder head is not the same temperature on the crankcase and the cylinder head, so I always remove the cylinder head just to like keep the shine, cause that heat will make the like this one for instance. When I broke this LRP 32 because it was brand new, except it was damaged, from parts. But I replaced the head, so I can just I replaced this time. I replaced the head, but you can always avoid um, preheating the head. I mean, you can skip preheating the head and just button up the button with shorter screws, or just put spacers on your screws so it can hold the head button, and just wrap foil around the crankcase, and your heat's just gonna go directly to the crankcase. You're not going to have to heat this whole thing and then have the heat get transferred to the crankcase, right? And that's how I do it from now on. I've been doing it, and it's a little bit of work, but look, I got a super clean um, cylinder head. You know what I mean? And I could have done the same thing with this, but I never took the time to do all that, right? I heated this thing up. I mean, I heated it up with this thing on it. That's that. Um, holy, holy. So this is a stock, but I don't want to mix it up. Oh, wait a minute, brother. We gotta put this thing on. Checking if I don't have any debris. Should be fine. That didn't have an extra. I have a significant amount of. I think I have too many shims, but I'll check that out later. These always run okay on 25%, so I'm gonna run it with 25. And if it's shooting out too much, because look, if your engine's burning, I've noticed that on my few of my engines, I got my Novarosi 28.8. That thing does not use a lot of fuel like this fucking LRP 32. It's fucking ridiculous. And I know there's something wrong with this. Like, you either gotta remove shims after you break it in, but I don't know how many shims you're supposed to have. This is what I do know though. It's gonna make me use more fuel than I have to get it tuned right. But here's the thing though, I might avoid all that crap, and if I get more than 55, because that's my top speed on the Revo. But that's the, I believe anything further than 2055, I'm just gonna end up breaking things. Like the Savage transmission broke. Um, Other stuff broke. Yeah, 55 is the threshold for probably the type of plastic on the gears. 55, and like about whatever weight it has. What am I doing? I already put the freaking mount. I never finished putting in the screws for this. Holy moly, come on, brother. What am I gonna use? The nice looking one? No. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't have to heat this up so much. Long live the nitro engine. Yeah, this one is. this engine I have right here, this one is going to outlive that one because, like I said, brother, you have to you have to try that out. You have to. I don't know if I want to claim the type of process, but it's very similar to oil bath because in oil bath you have the engine set there inside the oil, right? And it's rotating it at somewhat RPMs, maybe 1,000, similar to idle, a little bit lower, and it's under 200 degrees with oil. Not that the oil is gonna do anything supernatural, but just saying, just for lubrication. But it's under heat, a lot of heat, right? And the oil is just being doing its thing, right? Lubricating. But it's under 200 degrees, and that is what's helping it, you know, shape. So it's the same thing, you know, because look, you gotta understand, you gotta note that once you have it idling and you turn off or you remove, or even with your heater blanket on, you have to apply a lot of heat because your fuel is cold and it's going through your engine and it's cooling it when it's idling and you're breaking it in. Oh, that's wrong fucking screw. So you put a lot of heat and ooh wee. Gallons beyond gallons. This thing feels wrong, like if I put longer screws, but I think I'm just tripping out. I'm not tired. I had a big old. But I didn't even realize when I finished my coffee, but I gotta get more. Hold on. Damn, today was a double shift. Meaning, I went on the live. I had to go to work. I did 2 jobs that I'm supposed to do one a night. Then I came back. Then I'm doing the live again. So that's 2 lives a day. Same day. Oh, we're in the next day now. Oh shit, that doesn't count. Whoops. Whoops. Oh man, I can't be yelling, man. Fucking like 2 in the morning. People are gonna think I'm fucking on cocaine or something. The crystal method. Yeah, I got something to say about crystal meth, but I'll tell you guys later. But it's pretty cool. Why it exists. It has a pretty good reason. It was never about. It's just it's meant to be a tool. Drugs are meant to be a tool, but we're not supposed to abuse them, right? Kind of like how I'm abusing coffee. Like, check it out. I'm starting to get like not tired, but I feel how coffee's wearing me down. Like it's not. It's somehow um, harming me, you know, instead of helping me like it did in the beginning. And that's the same thing with everything else. All the drugs are the same thing. And the stimulants, you know, they're okay, they do fine, then you need more and then you don't realize you're taking more and then now you realize you're taking more but you're saying fuck it and then you try to find a way how to not drink more and you keep on drinking more and then you realize 3 years have passed and it's not until I say stop. It's not until I quit, brother. Oh man. But I'm I'm necio. Like means I can't get the point. Abusing the rib. Is that what it means? I don't know what atmosphere meant by that. I wear my scars like the rings on the pimp. Okay. Oh, by the way, shout out to Nitro Pimp. What did I say? Oh, I want to make sure I said it. I wear my scars like the rings on the pimp. Yeah, I got a bunch of scars. Check that out. The other day, I almost chopped off my fucking finger. If it wasn't because of the bone, if I was pure flesh, whoosh, you know what I mean? Because that wheel, but man, it just happened so quick. It's like if I time warped, and I don't know, because they say there's an infinite possibilities. So that means there's an infinite versions of you, and you got to tune into it like a radio station. Radio. I always wonder why they say radio in jail. Radio. You know, because everything's radioactive. It's radiation. The spirit has signal, frequency, it has a vibration. But that's that. All right, we got this tight, tight, tight. I think I got it tight, tight. Attention, attention. Attention, all shoppers. We will be open 24/7. Brothers, what is up? What is up? I try to run around 235 Fahrenheit. Yeah. Oh, when you run them? Yeah. That's a good temp. If you have it pretty rich. But if it's a Novarosi, yeah. You don't want to do that to an RTR. LRPs, they run hot. 2020, yeah, 235 could be the sweet spot. Not 220. I always thought it was like 220. You know, when they're jamming, they should sustain at 220, and then when they idle, they should go back real quick to 180 and stay there like 180 at that type of tune. But for temp, I just make sure it's warm, and then you can hear it at the end. I'll just tune it at the end, and it's always like, because you can tell once it starts overheating, it'll start running lean, you know, and especially because the carb, this thing, if it overheats quick, if it's lean too fast, it'll start running even leaner because it'll get the carburetor super fucking hot. I think I've read this one time like at 200 degrees, brother. That's not good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know how I know? You know how I know? Because when I broke this one down, I every time I would heat it up to 220 or 30 or 50, it was 250, I believe. You know, and I had it primed, ready to the fuel primed up. I would hear the shit boil all the time. Not one time didn't hear it. Didn't hear the fuel in there going. Right? And that shit gets hot. So maybe that's one of the bad things about this carburetor, right? Yeah, I think that it was the whole time. I just couldn't remember that the car was. It's not bad. It's just not insulated, right? The what else? Yeah, if you keep this thing warm, it should be nice. But like I said, LRPs they chug a lot of fuel. Even the other Z28R that I have, damn. Your truck always idle nice. You must have a low speed lean out just perfectly. Yeah, brother. I like it. I like it because first you gotta tune it on the stand, and then you tune it out there. And you always want to start with the wide idle gap, and then just go lower. And you can always tell by you run your car, you let it hit almost at top end, and then you let go real quick of your control, your trigger. And if your engine doesn't go back down, either you have a leak on the carb, it's still sucking air, or it's too lean. It's sucking air because there's air inside the fuel, right? And that could affect it all the time. It affects the power. It needs fuel to make power. And like I said, once your carburetor starts to boil stuff up, that boiling thing, it causes pressure and it pushes the fuel back out. You know what I mean? Out, in, out. It's just crazy. So these things, that's why they always run so lean. Every time, and I hear one, and I know why it's always lean because they shut off. And these things, they do not idle fine. If you let this thing sit, it will shut itself off unless it's super lean, you know. And I've been there and I've done that, and that's why I always try to acknowledge it that these carburetors are hot and the engine doesn't have a really good needle. This needle is kind of short and it's lean. It's turning, it's tuning curve, like the way the needle is shaped, because that's the way it determines the tuning curve, is how much adjustment you have when you turn each rotation on the needle, right? And so when the needles are long, you have a much wider window to tune. You know, you have more giving. But when it's short, like a pico, you gotta move it by the hour. And then you gotta wait until, like, if it sustains it, and if it's not, you gotta change it. And then if you touch it a little bit, it shuts off. Like if it's fucking, like if your hand caused it to short circuit or just shut off, you know, because you touched it, like when something shocks you. It's crazy. That shit's crazy. That Pico, they're fucking nuts. And this LRP, you can't idle it. You have to always have it on go full blast and then let go, and then go full blast and then let go. Kind of like in the race, like if you're in the track. You know, you go full blast, you go, but you can't cruise it. And then you can't unless you have it super rich. And if once, like, there's so many things you also gotta worry that I've learned from this. You know, you want your engine to run right, you gotta make sure of so many things. Like, it's crazy. It takes so much work. But I don't know. I think I have. I wouldn't call it a curse. I would call it, yeah, a curse. We're all talking about the wicked ones, right? This is the curse. That's why, look, everything is a sign. Everything is a signature. It has a signature. You can you can read it. You can scan it. You can detect it, right? Kind of like a heat-seeking missile, you know. Um. Oh man, hold on. So the curse about being the wicked. What was I talking about? Yeah, yeah, curse. So in spelling, you learn how to speak, right? And then in life, you learn how to wave, right? And say hi, because when you wave, you can't wave and have an ugly face and a down face and like be all miserable, right? Miserable people don't like waving and say hi, right? And I'm not saying they're miserable. They're miserable because they want to, right? That's why I'm letting you guys know it's a choice. So You wave because you say hi, and that just tells you that everything is a sine wave. And we weren't born in sin. We were born in a sine wave because everything has a frequency, and that frequency comes from the spirit. And the spirit is made of atoms that exist of some type of energy, right? Created by energy. So that's why we have a signature, and the signature is in cursive, and your cursive writing is more valuable than your printed writing, because that's why you can print money, because printing money is the same thing. It's connected to you printing your name, because it's that simple, I believe, in order to be able to print money or print your name. But that's why a lot of contracts, they ask for your signature, because your signature carries your frequent your weight. That's why nobody can copy your signature exactly how it is, because it's one of a kind of like your fingerprints, right? And your fingerprints also have a wave. They're not like straight lines. You see, look, even your whole hands have waves. They're not straight lines. There's no straight lines in us. So everything's a sine wave. We're not born in sin. We're born in the sine wave frequency type of reality, right? And that's why we wave and we say hi, because we're always looking to find our higher self and the best of us, right? That's why I say we're all angels, we're probably fallen angels. Humans, we are light solidified. I'll tell you that about later. But since we curse ourselves, this could be the best curse I ever given myself, because I love it. You know what I mean? LRP is done, bro. No parts or nothing. Yeah, I wonder if they have any more of those available ones. I've been thinking about getting a 4.1. You know? That one comes with the insulated carburetor. It comes with a turbo plug, brother. And I think it has more ports. It has 7 ports. I don't know if this is 5 plus 2, but this 32X has boost ports. And I couldn't figure that out for a minute. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's that. I think this is ready to, so I can put on the clutch. Like I was telling you earlier, the direct drop-ins. All I have to do is just change the even even the side of the carburetor is on the same side, the slider. Both same clutch shoes. I think I'm gonna have to clean these up a little, because they need to. Ay ay ay. Ay 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 ay. Sorry guys if I put you in some kind of discombobulated type of way moment, but I think everything is for a good cause. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I'm not here to talk about aliens, which I would tell you that aliens are bacteria, right? And I can show you some proof. We'll tell you some proof that aliens are bacteria, and they're in flavor. They're what they give us flavor. They're like, that's what I'm telling you. If you go see the movie Inside Me, it will tell you that there's colors, and those colors have some kind of energy field, and that's what makes you act some kind of way, because those create the elements of what makes us. So the aliens, we are the aliens, as a matter of fact, right? But we could be the good aliens, like the ones that help humanity, or the bad aliens that like to, uh, you know, terrorize. By the way, terrorize, yeah, like being terrible is being territorial. Trying to take over territory when it's everybody's world, and there's enough room to build a whole castle if you want to, and acres for each person, but We're fighting because we just want that land. Shout out to whoever conquered whoever. But in history, they tell us that Indians got overthrown. Or I don't know who got overthrown, but we don't have to overthrow anybody. We can all come together in peace. Isn't that what aliens say? We come in peace, brother. So, like the aliens, let me finish because it's funny. It's funny because, like I was telling you, your body is a megazord filled with, like, say, the whole universe, where bacteria go in there and they're inside your body. Who knows what the hell they're doing, right? Um, but once they're outside your body, they're outside in space, so that's outer space. And when they're inside of you, they're inside a planet. And when they're invading planets, they're actually spreading. So the bacteria, the alien, probably is making me like spit when I go in public, it spit or touch something in particular, so somebody else can touch it and invade their planet. Kind of like how viruses spread. That's why they say germs, brother, the germs. But germs are just trying to germinate you, right, with their stuff, whatever it is that makes us people. Yeah, brother. Wow. Anyway, hey, check this out. No bullshit. The first person that told me about the Illuminati was one of my friends, and that means to be illuminated, just to figure it out that everything is hidden in plain sight, right? Like, why do we exist as a race? Why do races exist? Because you're in a race with other races to figure out that what's hidden in plain sight, I guess. So I'm not over here trying to compete. I'm just trying to let everybody win. Because it's you win, I win, brother. You know what I mean? If you win, I win. So no, that one's too small. I mean, too big. Nice. Okay, back to the engine. I'll come back with the alien stuff. But hey, your saucepan is a flying saucer. When they're not in your body, they're in the food. And a flying dish is your plate. They're also in the food. But you gotta understand their flavor. They start as flavor, and it's just it's like if you go look at the Matrix, they'll tell you that bugs are just programs. They are what program us to have our character. Oh man. Oh man, that's awesome. It's awesome. Is it coincidental? I don't think there's any such thing as coincidence but I'll tell you what. Me having this passion for RC, for Nitro especially, is no coincidence, brother. I'm not kidding. I can prove it to you. I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? This moves me. Like, my time goes fast. I can time travel with this stuff. Like, actually make my present faster, which is a good thing because your world only moves faster and time goes faster when you're having fun and you're enjoying the happening. But when you're bored or upset or in a bad mood, your time slows down. Impatient. Patience! Your time will get better. Oh, I was supposed to clean this up, huh? I gotta use the restroom. And I feel pretty lit. I think that fucking oh yeah, maybe they will come back. Okay, let me see what I missed. Sorry if I miss you guys as questions. Wow, there's a lot. I mean, not questions, but let me see if I miss anything. Let me get up to date with the chat. What is up, chat? Dana, what is up, brother? Did I welcome you? Welcome back. Yeah, the exit cards are not that good, brother, until they came up with the 4.1. Oh yeah, yeah. The nitro engine is such a unforgiving bitch. Two line. What is up? Spend hours to get 5 minutes, humble man. Hey, brother, I used to get 1 minute. I would spend hours and get 1 minute, and that wasn't just in nitros. It was with everything else, like my sexual relationship with my partner. I'm just kidding. Um, cause that car, the nurse had a SHLRP or so. Oh, because that carb is no good, brother. But you got to give it a chance. Not this one. Like a lot of people, this is what I did too. I was able to find the OS 21B to fit on this, and it works fine. The only thing you gotta lean it the crap out because it has a longer needle or a thinner needle. I don't know what it would be, but it wasn't hauling ass until I like almost dug it 6 feet under the ground. Look at this. Oh, you can't see, huh? That thing is like it's like damn. It's all the way in there. And this one isn't, right? Okay, I got. Give me a minute. Oh. My water. So let me button this up because I gotta catch some sleep. That way I can get up later on today. Thinking about 10 o'clock. Uh-oh. I said I was gonna clean it up, huh? Right here it looks fine. But let me see. Hopefully I don't have to scoot it back anymore. Because I haven't tested it. It's gonna probably be a little different when I have it on. Oh, but I forgot I can adjust in and out my spur gear. Because I have a pinion on it. I don't have a I don't have the pen drive. I have a pinion. Hold on a sec. Let me put this on. Let's go. Oh! How many times am I gonna forget to clean this up? I was supposed to not use this. Shit. these clutch shoes are very tight. There's a very tight clearance inside the bell, and you have it geared up that high, it's just gonna heat up the shit and just melt it, and it's gonna melt to the edges. And that's how you see a bunch of stuff right here like that melted. It looks like it's melted. And I think that's because these clutch shoes are pretty cheap. I don't think so. They're pretty good. I did buy them cheap. Like, what were they? 30 pieces? 30 pieces for $34.99. What is up? What is up? I see the big numbers. Oh, I was supposed to get up to date with the chat. What the hell? All done. Not worth it. Shitty repitch. Not worth it, bro. Okay, okay. I think I'm up. All right, cool. Okay, so these clutch shoes are not Savage clutch shoes. They're a lot thicker and they're for HSPs. And like I was saying, I bought it for $34.99 and there were 30 pieces, which is 10 sets, right? 10 changes. And I just have to modify them a little bit and it just seemed to be good. Not a problem. But I think we're going to have a problem here. Yep, I need a smaller one. Somehow I ended up with the smaller. Okay, so I have a really thin one. I don't even know why I put this. I'm just not gonna put that fucking thing. If the bearing gives, it gives. Well. Well, here you're getting angry, brother. Trying to get angry. Yeah, tune line. I think. Yeah, I think SH makes LRPs. It's just a type of engine they supply for their clients. But those 32s probably come from the 28. I don't know. I haven't seen the sleeve or anything, but kind of like Force, there's some engines that are what 21s, 3.5s, and they use them on a twin, but they're 0.26s instead of 21s. So they bore them out. No. Yeah, I'm just thinking about this damn thing, man. It's not gonna do me any good just by looking at it. I think I took off that piece over there. No, I didn't. Holy shit, what am I doing? Too much time passed by already. Okay. I was supposed to check, clean it, check that it has 3. Always space out your bearings inside your clutch bell. I'm gonna put that. Maybe I am. Good. Hopefully it doesn't bind. Alright, make sure it's still done. Oh, this one spins good. See how long it'll spin. If I had ceramics, that thing would fucking be self-perpetual. Perpetual motion. Perpetual motion fucking flywheel. Is that what it's called? Those little things that you just move and they won't stop moving. There's this guy that made a little toy that spin the spinners to spin for like minutes. Broke the record for the biggest. I don't know what they're called, but I don't even know what I'm talking about it. Never even liked fidget spinners. But hey, who am I to judge? No, I never saw the STS. Why am I holding this? Oh. I'm zoning out. Not really, but. Don't zone out, brother. We need you. Tomorrow, I got the run for my. If y'all didn't know. Okay, what are these for? What are these for? One's for, oh, the other engine mounts. And this engine. Okay. These are the head bolts. This. Holy moly. Crazy, spooky, hilarious. I hope I don't have a hard time. Everything's going swell. I'm gonna check my vitals. We're good. 85%. I'm at 85%. Where are these from? Oh, the mount. Okay, cool. Just making sure I got shit in close proximity. The Revo! The mother Reeve. The mother Reeve. The mother. The Revo. The bought plenty of parts, engines, and they went all gone too bad. Oh, that you bought a bunch of them before everything went out of business, not out of business, before, I mean, it's not like if it was on sale, but before it was gone, right? That's what I did too. That's why I kept buying all the Fusions, but there were more out there. Little to my surprise. And but yeah, some Novorossis I did want to buy, like the Demon 10. Oh man, that Demon 10, I missed out. I was so close to buying it, but you know what I bought instead? Uh, this. Check it out. I'll show you. Nova for a nitro bike, but a freaking Nova 4 509. But the one right here I have, I put a point 21. I don't know if you guys seen it. Check it out. I got a point 21 on this small block. It's not a, what do you call it? Oh, you can't even see the engine there. Yeah, that's a G3.0 bored out to a 3.5. And I have it running on my channel. I just didn't fucking send it because, first of all, I don't have the right sliders. I was using just hanger wire, and it was horrible. Um, it's pretty stable. It's fucking heavy because the engine. These things, the biggest engines they have is a .12. This is a .21, and you wouldn't want to put a big block on this because it'll be a lot worse. You know, this thing is supposed to be very nimble, and so it can maneuver and turn. But this thing, when you turn, it'll go wonk. No, when you go up wonk, and somehow, some way, it just jerks too fast because the weight. Yeah, when it goes side to the side when it turns, but it goes, it goes. I just can't use it on my street which I would want to, but I can't do that until I get the right sliders on here so I can turn. Cause this thing, just sucks. It sucks that I don't have the right sliders for it. And you're supposed to use like something, not like the Supermoto by is it Losi? But that one has some pretty good fucking sliders, like wheels. That's what I need. RC Fun told me that I should get some of those. He has some of those on his bike. And I haven't had a chance to buy them yet, but I am going to get them. As soon as I get those, I'm going to speed run that thing. That's what I built it for. And you should see the gearing. It's not the same. It's like geared up like 20 teeth. Yeah, I have a... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a 35 and a 16. They used to have a 55 and a 15. Wait, no. Like a 44, 48, and a 13. Now I have a 35, I think, or a 40. Not sure. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And it still goes. I didn't think it would just go and be able to have enough torque. But it still goes. And then I opened up the rear port, exhaust port. First it broke off. I didn't mean to break it. But now I see why most of these bikes don't have this thing. Because if you even tip over, you tip forward and it'll flip around. And it'll just land on the tip of the fucking exhaust. And that shit was the first thing that happened. When I ate shit, that's the first thing that I damaged was the fucking tip. And it looked pretty badass, like the MotoGP stuff. Like the bike's little fucking pipe coming out. This one's that. I did want to put a fucking .46 on it. Not anymore. It doesn't fit. Obviously, right? Anyway. Oh, man. What can I tell you about this Revo? When I got it on eBay, it said the baddest Revo. Because it had, I don't know, it just said it was the baddest. But, Two Line, or who asked me if it has broken? Let me see. Yeah, the Promoto. That's right. Then an electric bike, $600. Pretty expensive. I wanted to get a dirt bike, brother. There's a dirt bike version for a Nitro. It's I forgot what it's called, but probably they sold out. Mm. Where did I find this bike? Oh yeah, eBay. Yeah, somebody asked me if there's anything wrong with my transmission. I just can't see it. But oh yeah, tune line. No, actually no. This is considered the strongest transmission they have for the nitros, and I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I just don't know how much it takes. I'm not surprised that it's taking this much because it probably can't take more. Not probably not. But I'm here to find out. I do have a set of Robinson Racing steel gears, and whichever transmission breaks first is gonna get that swap, right? Whether it says Revo or the my T Max. But let me show you my T Max because my T Max is pretty tricked out. It's a sleeper. I call it a sleeper because it has a built transmission, and I'll explain why it has a built transmission, but it's not what you think. Like, sort of say it's a built transmission. Like, the whole transmission system, the whole drivetrain, right? So, I got 28 Max right here. Not with the Hot Racing clutch, with the Savage clutch. It has a 1/8 scale clutch. I've been putting 1/8 scale clutches practically on everything. Even on the 1/16 scale, I have a 1/8 scale clutch shoe. Like on my Kyle Busch. But I got the Savage clutch bell right there, clutch shoes with 1/8 scale with its flywheel, and then I have a pinion, right? A 35 tooth pinion with a 21 tooth clutch bell that is supposed to be for a Savage. It's listed as a Savage, but cheap Chinese, not cheap Chinese, but it's just cheap made. It gets sharpened up when you use it. You only get like 2, 3, 4 runs, maybe 5 if you're lucky. But then you got to replace it. You get it super sharp. Here, let me show you which ones I'm talking about because you might want to avoid those unless you're not running that much power, no, or geared up so high. But those are very easy to get damaged. Do I have this one? So they look nice. They look good. When you ride them, monkey metal, and then you use them once or twice, and then they get all sharpened up. Cut yourself with this. But they're no good. Even if it wasn't that, I don't think. Even if it wasn't geared up that high, I don't think it. I think it's just how it's made. But I bought like 4 of them, and I'm on my last one, and I'm thinking of putting it on my little mini Revo. My mini Revo Nitro. All right, let's get the show rolling. Get further away. Next, hopefully we get a chance, or I convince Pimp and everybody else to do another challenge but this time with the T Max or a Revo. I know a lot of us have Revos and T Maxes, and we gotta encourage anybody else because I know a lot of YouTubers. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna want to participate, but we can make enough noise. If we can make enough noise, we can, you know, JL2 Max got one back in 212. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, they're pretty rare engines. I don't see those that much. Somebody was trying to buy it from me, but I didn't want to sell it. They even asked me, "Is there any price?" But I'm like, no. There was a time when when I don't know who, I think somebody, I don't know who, but they listed engines. They were all force, and they were all called part core force engines, right? This is like Novorossi Gimar, gets Novorossi, and they had a 28 Max on there. That was very, very similar to the sleeve of the JL28. Very, very similar. Probably was the same thing. But they didn't sell out right away. I noticed them. They were there for a minute. And they were pretty cheap. Gimar all done. Yeah, Gimar. Yeah, there's no more engines. There's one serial. I think they probably already bought it. But there's one serial left on Always Fast Racing. I haven't checked if he's replenished. Now I gotta figure out well, first I gotta put this on. So this goes down. Hopefully I don't have to change the needle. Not the needle, the stick, the arm. Alright, this is tight. Is this tight? I think that's tight. It's on that side. Adjustments. Oh, oh, oh. I think, yeah, we're good on the mesh. Oh, we can adjust it. I forgot I can adjust it. Woohoo! But hey, what a wonderful day, right? What a wonderful time. We get this camera right. Get it right. Get it right. Next, you gotta check out. Let's see if I can do it like this. I'm gonna get my tree, throttle tree. Check how high I need to be. This is pretty high. Take it out. Let's see if that works. Oh, I can't. Need more turn. Yep, straight down, up and down. Straight vertical. Nice. Put it higher. Yeah, I might get the thicker part of the stick, so I don't have that much play. A little higher. Can you take me higher? Da, da, da. Okay, got it. Uh-oh. There we go. Now that gives me less play. Put one accent. blue or 2. Let's go ahead and put both. Y'all see? Spacers. Should put one up here just so it can look cooler. Yeah. Take this out. Go. Now we're looking cool. Oh, little nice accent spacers, colored spacers, colors. You know that movie Colors? I think it's to let us know about colors. Gotta stay away from the color red. Gotta go towards the purple, the Barney. Alrighty. Done. Oh. The binding, nope, and it feels good. Okay. Now there we go. The return spring. Y'all want a closer look? Oh man, that reel was gonna bolt. Oh yeah, if I can get it started, brother. Because, oh man, hopefully, even if I get it as hard as I can, I should be able to start. But I'll tell you what, that other 28.8, I couldn't get it to start at all. Not even one rotation. And it has like 3 gallons on it. Not even 2 complete turns. Alright, so right here, missing one. So I made my own servo arm because all this is just was not factory. That should be there. Do I have what receiver do I have this on? Oh, Fly Sky. Yeah. Alright. This Revo, it took me a minute to find these shocks. Well, these shocks are the Summit shocks. And you can see that the Revo shocks, they're supposed to go upwards. But I've bought in once, twice, and I've tried everything I could to get them working, but they just didn't seem to work. And when I got these Summit shocks, I realized that they were designed for a heavier, I mean, it's the same Revo chassis, but it's just heavier, I guess. Don't know how could that be. I mean, obviously here we have a bunch of aluminum parts that comes with a 3.3, not a 32, right? But it's not as heavy as this, brother. I think this is 16 pounds, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's taking it at 55, and I'm kind of surprised why. Probably, maybe I'm exceeding the transmission's maximum output, right? Whatever. But I don't know. I think I'm doing the right thing to push it. I'm pushing it forward. It's like if I'm trying to pull things, right? Whatever the hell that means, like I think I'm doing the right thing, brother, by making it faster. Okay, let's keep moving. Kind of zoning out. Don't know if I'm falling asleep or it's the coffee that I've overdosed again. Overdosing coffee, fuck, man, it feels like shit. You drink too much, your liver gets all, and then your face, it shows it on your face. And you're all sucked up. It's like, whoa. Like you have overnight, that's bad for the liver. You try to stay up for 24 hours and drinking coffee, it's bad for the liver. That's why I feel like skin is sticky. And I just showered so I can refresh myself and get on the live. Because, man, I know that last night I was there just not doing what I really wanted. And now I am. And since I'm gonna either way stay up until 5, why not? This Revo mount, it's amazing. You need to adjust it. Oh yeah, and I had to modify it. I had to make the area where it has space so I can tilt it longer. And now I can mount it more and gear it higher. So, first thing, I'm gonna get my flashlight. And then I'm going to start up my piece. Here we go. Chappelle Show, Chappelle Show. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, we'll fix that after. Yeah, this thing gonna do the trick. Give me a minute. I was gonna try to take a breather on my little piece that I have, but it's not gonna do its job. Give me 1 minute. I'm almost. I'm having a little blueberry muffin. Shout out to the blueberries. But another day. Hope y'all have a good day. For those who just left the chat. One more, brother. One more. I extended my My 15-minute break. Huh. He was like, hey, what the? Keep pressing the wrong button. Well, this song's gonna pump me up. I'm gonna harness some energy from it. Cause I think I'm getting tired, brother. I've reached my peak. I'm gonna let the music drive me for the rest of the night, brother. Because, damn, I don't want to get up now. But I got a wheelchair. But it's not like your real ordinary chair, but I can move around. I don't want to be reaching over. Plus, it doesn't fit. I'm pretty confined. I'm limited. Even mentally, I'm limited. And I know it. We're all limited. I mean, not the mind. Your body is limited. Yeah. It tricks you. Tricks your mind. All right, hold on. Take the last one. Shit. Oh man. All right. That sounds like a good bong rip cough. Oh, brother, I was trying to take a rip off my little piece. It's called a Luca. It was pretty fancy. It was like 100 and something bucks. When I was paying for it, I was forced to pay for it because I was so excited, but I didn't look at the price. I just looked at what I was looking for in particular. And I saw this and I was like, but it's fancy, but It doesn't give you a bomb rip. um, Tie this up. Oh no! First I gotta line it up. Let me grab mine. So since it's a pin in, all I need to do is turn the grub screw. Yeah. Oh, the punch it in. A little punch it. There we go. No, it's still stuck in the same position, which is good, but I like it to get. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I'll show you in a second. It does look flush. It's not like if it's no big deal, but man, I'd like to see it better. Doesn't seem to get better. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. Tighten it up. So I'll put it back. Oh, crappers. Where the hell did it go? Gonna add some Loctite, man, because, you know. Ready?
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this. My husband ejaculated so fast, and he was so anxious about it, it started to grow the short. Me and my husband before I discovered this treatment from him. Sex on front out of control.
Wow.
Where is their sex? It has developed though, and early sign treatment, so it helps stay hard and not fall. You have to go to the doctor to speak into the bear. No joke. It's 100% online. If you get the prescription, that's your door, free shipping, and with the biggest packaging. No insurance required. That can't be affordable though, right? Cost us a large today. Whoa. I'll send you the link right now and you can insert it a day. Okay, so my
That's the one I saw.
I tell you it doesn't matter to me if you need to go for it, but she was always too embarrassed. Control writing, they compound medication that revolutionized person's life. It depends for erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation, for stronger erections and longer lasting sex all in one. So we tried to go back. The whole process was 100% fine. So there were no dairy involved with it. It's like to go with food, it's the no insurance.
Are you ready to rock the house? There we go. Pinion engine. Let me see. That didn't work for shit. Let me put some of this. Or fuel. Regular fuel. And I'll do that tomorrow. You know what I didn't do? Holy moly. Oh shit. I didn't turn around my not what's it called? I didn't turn around my valve. Let's see if that works better. Maybe better position. Um I guess it can stay like that. Yeah, no way to access that thing unless I pick up engine. But that seems pretty cool. But ay, mamma mia. Oh, it's fine, but I need to put a I need to put a freaking zip tie on that fuel line because it's pretty big and fuel's gonna leak. It's 32. Don't know if it's necessary, but I have a I think it's like an airplane fuel line for an airplane engine. Pretty huge. I mean, it's 3 millimeters, not that, but it's bigger than usual. So, turn it around. This is what I'm talking about. I forgot to put my valve correct orientation, so if I'm facing down, went backwards, facing the opposite way. But not too close. And not too tight. You might strip it, Mr. Lazo. Now, yeah, this fuel line is way too freaking huge. Doesn't have to be that huge. So that might cause some kind of weird stuff, but I'm gonna change it. Going to change it. Put this one. Something nice, something blue, right? or white so I can see the bubbles. This one's good. All right, that way I don't have to put a zip tie. Yeah, that's pretty sturdy. Maybe pretty tight. Now I ain't going nowhere, and this one might get pulled out. So should we put these? Let's put this one. Right there. Sure. Should put the other one just for looks. Chrissy Dad Nitro 2.0, baby, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's up? Drop it. Say hi. Much love, brother. Much love too, brother. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hope everything goes. Hope you have a wonderful day, brother, today. And filled with a lot of happiness. Remember, only you can make it happen. And what happen? Positivity happen. And it's tough. It's a fight. It's part of the spiritual warfare that goes on with everything, ourselves and everyone. So let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's keep it strong. Let's keep it strong, brother. Let's make that day happen. That day we want. So let's keep it strong. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because I don't want to wake up and have a mess. Be like, man. But I'm always positive, you know. It's being in front of this, in front with y'all, right here with y'all. It keeps me moving, and it helps me keep producing positivity inside me, and just sending some back too, you know. Um, that's the way it works, brother. You know, the way we talk to each other, it's very important. You know, the things we say to each other is very important, because words are powerful, brother. Words are powerful and they shape us. Yeah, thank you, brother. Nice LRP. This is the X. If I had it 4.1, I'd have it, but that's the top notch LRP. But I had the 32, the regular one on this one, and I put a back plate, and I ran it, and I got 55, and now I want to see if this thing would take me higher. It's always about going higher, brother. Always going higher, or aiming to go higher. You can't aim too high. Got to start little by little, step by step, brother. Right? Yeah, I'm not finding you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Thank you, thank you. What I'm doing right now is just gonna mesh it up and put on the truggies and have it ready on standby right here in line with the rest of the crew. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's a little concerning to me that it's not, because both of the gears, the spur gear or the pinion and my other pinion, they're the same thickness. Might not be, but I'll show you in a second what it looks like. Good thing you can see the mesh here. Good. I fired my truggy up for the first time this year. Nice. Nice, brother. I keep forgetting this is a truggy too. Um, I have another truggy that I put a 2-speed. I don't know if you've seen it, but I did. I can't remember how fast it was. I think it was in his 50s also. It's pretty fast. It was the I have the GT Inferno. Yeah, I'll show you right here. ST with the LST body. This is the only thing I have in LST. I think this is the body. And if you haven't seen it, run. It's on my channel. Dynamite with the 2-speed, and I use a 3-speed clutch shoe, and I think it's 24 something something, brother. It was fucking fast. It was so fast, and it can be faster with the better engine. This engine is, I don't know if it had enough hump, but it did over 50, and I know I can do more. I know I can do more with like something better, but yeah, this is a GT. I think it's a GT2 transmission. But man, isn't that awesome? And then this one, they're about the same speed. And then I have another truggy with the .46. Yeah, you saw that 3-speed pinion? Yeah, I wanted to gear really high, but next time. Oh, this one. Let me finish pulling it up. Okay, got to set. Need those. Let me see. It's good. It's good. Um, Gotta get my remote controller. Give me a sec. Hmm. All right, reload. I've never replaced this battery, and it's been in there forever, and I'm just glad it still works. It works great. Twin servo, by the way. So I love about this Revo. My little mini one also has a twin. It doesn't have a 32, but it has a 28. You know? Have y'all seen it? Y'all want to see my little mini Revo conversion, nitro conversion? I think I've seen showing most of y'all. Y'all seen that on my channel. But this is a Kyle Busch with the 28. I was gonna do a run the other day, but like I said, something mysterious happened. That pinion snapped. Never seen that before, but you know this one. Twin servos, twin steering, quick, quick, quick. The good thing about this Revo servo is pretty awesome because first, you really don't really need like a precise throttle input, but it's really easy to adjust your throttle link settings. Just just one just one grub screw. No spraying, no nothing. Oh yeah, the spring's over here. Oh fuck's sake. Put it on. Whoops. Whoops. Not angry. I'm just surprised. Does it go back all the way? Nope. I need more tension. Um, that doesn't fuck it up, make it worse, but yep, looks like it works. I have many springs, but that gets loose. Oh, y'all saw that? Holy moly. I'm just gonna tighten that. That sucks. Oh shit, started. Alright. Yeah, it goes back all the way down. So I'm just checking that the spring has enough tension to go back all the way down. And I'm not worried about that tension. This thing could be fucking stiff as shit and break my nail by pushing it, but I got 40 kilo servo right here, brother. Wait, let me say that again. 40 kilos. So I got 40 kilos. 40 keys. 40 keys. Whoa, whoa. An awkward precision for me. A little bit more. Okay, so my third gear should be shit. That's my. I have no opti drive. How was that? There we go. My neutral. Yep. Now let me see if I have enough throw. My idle gap is set. Shouldn't be different than the other one. Or that much different. Oh, yes. Oh, nice. Way to go. Stripped out. I'm gonna replace it right now, but I gotta check if this thing opens all the way. Oh, my endpoint. Am I all the way? I don't think so. Oh, come on. Well, I'm only at 50? Holy shit. I'm not all the way then. I'm on the right model. Yeah, 6 Revo. Okay. Now my endpoint. Yeah, I'm not in the right position. I already had the settings. Now I need to fix these. This goes upwards. Now this. We have more throw. Oh, that's horrible. And I'm all the way wide open. Uh, still move this that way. Oh, different carb. I gotta remember it's a different carburetor. That's why I was tripping out. What the hell's going on? But now I remember it's a different carburetor, so but then I have a choice. I'm on neutral, and I used to have this like kind of like weird setup because since it's a big block and it has a bigger freaking uh, slider, a bigger throttle, more throw, that it wasn't enough. So I had to make my own servo horn and I had to make my own stick because the other one was getting bent. And the amount of tension I needed for the spring to retract the big block carburetor wasn't like the 3.3 or the other one, or a 21 for that matter. You put a 21, it's not gonna have probably it's gonna have a shorter slider, or if not, probably have more room for it to move. But thing was that I had to angle my fucking horn. It wasn't at a 90-degree angle. It was like kind of like this one. But I took off the Opti drive, and luckily it's on this third gear on the Fly Sky, and it's not that easy like for you to accidentally hit the button, you know. So we still have reverse, and it hasn't broken. As fast as I've gotten it many times, it hasn't broken. All right. Next, my pipe. Pipe. So here is my contraption. I mean, my design. This should give me a better flow than, and it's straight out, not trying to go upwards like the regular stock one. So that's gonna allow me to spool up all the way. And plus, I got boost ports on this, so big old boost. That's the wrong one. If you tune in, welcome, brother. You having a wonderful day. It is Tuesday and a work day. If you're at work or you're chilling, enjoy your day, brother. I hope you do. You better enjoy your day. Just go enjoy your day, brother. After, cause I'm in late night hours, brother. I am on my second shift. I've been online full time. I'm on my second shift, and I just wanted to clean up my table, not wake up and be like, "Hey, I don't have room to charge up the Rascal. I gotta go out there with the Rascal later today." And I can't wait to see to hear what this sounds like. No, not the pipe, but as soon as I test out a lot, other pipes, I want to know if it's gonna do better. It's on the sound, you know. I would notice right away if it's a higher pitch because I'm there physically. I don't know if the video does it justice. I don't think it does. I think you have to be there in order to know that it's fucking screaming higher. Like, it turns into a whistle instead of hearing the engine pop. It turns into a whistle. Pretty pretty badass stuff. All right. Nice. I gotta put on the screws. I'm gonna do another check before. I always do. Take them out. Check outside. Goes on the brakes. Okay, cool. Bro, this thing looks like a fucking rocket ship after I put the pipe like this way. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this thing does not look the same anymore. I'll never be the same, never be the same, tell you again. Check it out. I'll never be the same. Oh, wait, you can't. Let's like this. Cause you are my ecstasy. Looks like more like, instead of a truck, it looks like an SUV. A raced out SUV. Anyway, springs. Did I put two? One set only. That's gonna be difficult. No. Nice. I just took the fucking spring around the corner for a trip. So I have this thing where you can just, it clamps on. You can orient the header 360 degrees, right? This time, look, it's an equal, not equal length, meaning it's at the elevation of the header, and it's just shooting straight out, but it's curving, right? But it's not shooting the stuff upwards. Oh, you can't even see my hand signal. It's not shooting the stuff upwards like the header is, the stock one. So this one is actually, it's just, it doesn't need to climb up. It's just going in, making left and right, and out the pipe. And that should be a better flow. Better flow than the up where it's going against a little bit of oil. But What's next? Oh. Hold on a second. Oh, this shit. I don't remember tying these up the way. I think they were tied already. Yeah. The other one should be too. This engine I'm gonna worry about some other time. But we are smoking. I mean, we are ready to start smoking. I think I can mount that there. This should gonna look cool. Nice. Should. Maybe if I put a longer hose, I can bring it up here. This one looks good right here. Oh, that's cool. I just need a longer hose now. Yeah, but that looks cool. If I just mount it. Yeah, I don't want it hanging on the cantilevers. So get a longer hose. Longer line. Longer on both sides. Yeah. Should we use yellow? A little bit of yellow? Red? Yeah, red. Red and then the white one. Oh, I should just use blue. Right? This one looks fine. Tip of it, that looks pretty bad. The rocking part. Jeez, get out of my way, man. Whoa. So how big is this? This one's bigger. Jesus. Jesus. These would do. Yeah. Here we go. Found right. Shit. Nice. Throw everything. Okay. Not losing it, but seems like it is. And that way. So on one side, I'm gonna put the 3mm hose. That 3mm hose that comes out so I can have enough fuel. Seems like it has better airflow going one direction, but we don't have black. Use this again. Shorter one than this one. Yes, I do. Whoa, brother. Whoa. It's not long enough. Here we go. This one. Oh, shit. So I'm gonna go with Traxxas recommended hose length. Hey brother, I gave it. Thank you, brother, for thumbs up. I'll rewatch later. I'm out of time. Gotta go to school. A great problem best, brother. Yes, brother. I'm gonna get. I need a lot of rest after this. But I will catch you on the next one, brother. Hope you have a wonderful one too, brother. Have a good one. Here we go. Here we go. Got my shit redone. Oh, redone stuff. Think I'm getting closer to the end. Like this. Oh, this is a 3mm side. Ooh, 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 bro. Ooh. The pliers, man. Help me help you. Right. This pliers might be too long. Oh, oh wow. Okay. Let me rethink my stuff. I think I have one shorter. Whoops. It's too short. I want to use the red one. I should. Just to make it look cool, huh? Haha, yeah, I'm going with the red one. Screw this. So I know I should still be able to have the window so I can see if it's running lean from my I want to mount this right here. I'll show you right now in a second. That looks fine. Fine line. Now I need 2 black ones. Just one. I used to have, I think I do, still, one of these holders. One of them is from a Titan, but where's the other one? Missing. Oh, it's over here. But it's not gonna fit. I did have a mount. This fits on this mount. Nope. But I did have a filter that has a mount. But I think I have it on different. Oh yeah, I have it on my T-Max mounted. That has a screw I can screw it on, but this case use black zip ties or let me use black zip ties. I can see how it's gonna hold it from turning. Ooh. No one else done ever, yeah. I'm gonna get in there. Shit. Shit. Ow, 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 my knuckle. Okay. Oh, I just hit my knuckle again with my flashlight. That shit hurt. Ow. Oh, this came out stylish. Like Miley Irish. What's her name? Alright. Here we go. Up, up on the show. Oh, one more thing. Hold on a sec. Let me move this. Tighten this up. So I'm gonna show you, then set it, and oh, forget it for a bit. Oh, come on. I'm gonna be able to lubricate the woolly bar wheel because they put bearings in it. And this underneath holding it. Nice. What else? Oh, like move this. It's fucking. That one right there. She looks lopsided. Yeah, backwards. Oh, you did it. Yeah, I lost the little washer that was there. I don't want to get stuck in there somewhere. First it goes inside the gear. Mhm. The fuck did it go? Come. There we go. Guess that's gonna do it. One thing I forgot to do is grab my I needed my clamp, but what's doing here? Oops. Oh, I see it. Check it out. I don't know what size these are, but they're little spring clamps that you squeeze. My goodness. Terry's clean. It's clean. Yeah. All right. Check it out. Pipe. So I'm talking about the type of plumbing. Straight out, angled, leveled. I mean, almost leveled. I probably want to lower this down to make it super leveled. But that's that. Opinion. Oh, shit. Oh, where the hell is it? Over here. I'm gonna scoot this forward. This pinion up. But I like it to match. But still, they're almost the same size, but this one's a little forward. Which is okay. No big deal. But what else I wanted to show you? Oh, my fuel line route. So there's my filter, the line. Oh shit. Filter. It's like if that section right there, it's for a filter. It has a hole right there underneath that piece right there. The shock tower. And put the straps there. The right length. Red, white, and blue, brother. America. America. What I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, the shocks are from a Summit. They come with stiffer springs. And like I was trying to say, and I think I forgot to finish talking about it, that I tried all these fucking Revo shocks, but didn't seem to work because I didn't know much about it until I realized I needed something that can hold something heavier. But then these shocks are supposed to be with like half of the weight fluid that I have it on. I still have these like a 90 weight oil. I think that's the highest you can get. But they're for the Revos. I mean, the Summit. And I had to move my fuel tank, extend it out a little, put a little extension right there. That way I have room for the reservoir. Because they're functional, brother. Those reservoirs are functional and they're adjustable. They, like, I seen them how they get stiffer when you turn this to the right. You know, these things are functional. And I guess I don't know what the deal is with these Integis, but I got them to work. I got more of them that I can get to work, but like I said, they weren't strong enough. They still got compressed with this amount of weight on it. But it's not even a lot. It's not even the complete aluminum. You know, RPM, A-arm, conversion kit, and this thing's ready. I think I'm good. The Schumacher, I'm gonna convert it back to 3-speed, and we'll do a bunch of stuff on it soon on the channel. So you'll stay tuned. And thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Pleasure. Oh, like always, you guys are awesome. I should have a video for you guys later. I get some rest. Holy moly. I'm zoning out. I'm jumping in and out of existence, bro. So let me let you go because I am worn out. All right, brothers. Yeah, have a good one. Much love, like Chris Dad says, and look for the positivity because it's the best. All right, have a good one. Later.